Psalm 137, King James Version. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, Sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, Raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Commentary. Psalm 137 is one of the most emotional and sobering passages in all of Scripture. It captures a moment in history when the people of Israel were carried away into Babylon, far from home, far from the temple, and grieving deeply. The opening lines paint a picture of sorrow. They sat by the rivers and wept. Their harps, once used for praise, were set aside. Why? Because their captors demanded songs, not out of reverence, but mockery. And the question rises from the heart. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? This is a psalm about loss, but also about memory and loyalty. The people make a solemn commitment. Never forget Jerusalem. In other words, never forget where they came from, never forget what God had done, and never let comfort in a foreign place replace devotion to what is right and holy. There's also a hard edge to this psalm in its final verses. It reflects the raw cry for justice from a people who have suffered violence and destruction. It reminds us that Scripture does not hide human pain or sanitize grief. It brings it honestly before God. Yet we interpret these words through the full counsel of Scripture, where justice belongs ultimately to the Lord, and where we are called to trust Him even in suffering. The teaching for us today is clear. We are living in a world that can often feel like a strange land, where truth is challenged, values are shifted, and faith is tested. But like Israel, we are called to remember. Remember God. Remember truth. Remember who we are. In your family, teach remembrance. In your personal life, guard your heart from forgetting. And in your role as a citizen, understand this principle. A people who forget their foundations, spiritual or constitutional, will eventually lose them. So the call is steady and simple. Do not forget. Stay anchored. Keep your song ready, even if the world around you does not understand it. Memory verse. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. Psalm 137 verse 5, King James Version.